Hi, my name is Mike Koenigs. I'm a serial entrepreneur in San Diego, California, and I had stage 3A colorectal cancer diagnosed in 2014. So I can remember when the doctor came out and said, "You've got a 5.5 centimeter tumor on the top of your rectum." And he said, "I don't need a biopsy to tell you what you got. You need to get your affairs in order. I'm going to give you the name and number of a top surgeon, a oncologist, and you want to get in and get that thing cut out of you this weekend." The true first thing I had going through my head is, thank God it wasn't my wife or my son. Thank God it's me. And I just buckled down and got ready for a hard ride. And when I met my oncologist, the first thing he said to me is, "I own your ass, literally and figuratively, for a year. You've just got to shut everything down and do nothing and stay alive." The biggest fear I had wasn't the medical establishment. It wasn't the treatments. I was running a business with almost 50 employees, and I was terrified that if any news got out that I had cancer, that my business would fall apart, my clients would abandon me, my team would abandon me, and I had everything. Our whole net worth was really wrapped up in that business at that point in time. And I thought, okay, if I'm damaged and I can't work anymore and this whole thing burns, it wasn't my life I was worried about. It's the quality of life after the fact. What would happen to my wife, my kid? And that was a psychological battle that I had to deal with. And I had a lot of people around me saying, "Yeah, you just got to shut it down, burn it down, and just live." And I didn't accept that as an option. Fortunately, I did go to some of my closest friends, people in business, and they said, "Man, we got this." While I was going through this, I had the peace of mind to just take care of me, get the treatments, and it was a hell of a ride. But you really learn about the battles you face and who you really are when life and death is staring at you in the face. Dr. Nalini's work isn't just about your body. It's full soul treatment. That's the way I would put it. And she first focused on taking care of the damage that all this chemo had done, detoxifying me, finding a way to nourish my body, giving me the appropriate supplements, and listening and adjusting the treatments week by week, month by month. And my recovery was very rapid. And my only regret is that I didn't meet her before the treatments began, because they would not have been as intense. I mean, the whole point and purpose of chemo and radiation is to just bring you within an inch of your life to kill the cancer, and hopefully you survive. I can tell you is the biggest takeaway I had was to separate my soul, my spirit, from this physical body and learn to love it from a distance, and thank God for this delightful short ride we are all given. No matter how long it lasts, whether it's a week or 100 years, this is a gift. And to really acknowledge the fact that I truly believe we are eternal beings. We are spirits in the material world. And that was the biggest takeaway and lesson. It was so much easier. I can remember meeting a young person right after I got out of the hospital, and he came up to me and he peeled down his shirt because his dad said, "Hey, show him what you got." And he peeled down his shirt and he showed me his port scar, and I peeled mine down. I showed him my port scar, and it was this connection with this 50-year-old guy and this little 7-year-old and I just broke down crying, because how could a child have to endure that incredible pain? So the gift you're given is that of deep empathy and compassion. You feel so much more because there's a concentration of emotion that is unexplainable. And every cancer survivor can see it in another cancer survivor's eyes, especially when it's a recent journey. So not long ago, I heard a statistic that 80% of all adults over the age of 40 have an asymptomatic, undiagnosed health condition in them. And early detection saves lives. So my biggest piece of advice is get frequent blood work done and get full body scans done frequently. Because if that would have happened to me, I wouldn't have had to go through all this pain. More importantly, my family wouldn't have had to go through all this pain. The worst thing, thank God it was me. Thank God it was me, because I wouldn't have had the strength to watch my wife or my son go through this. And it is horribly unfair to watch someone you love go through this pain. And it ain't fun if it's you. And the big gift that Nalini gave me is, first of all, just surviving the journey and doing it with dignity and respect. But also, I get quarterly blood results now. I get full body scans every year. I am extremely careful about the environment I am in, and not just my physical environment and the foods I eat, but the people I surround myself with. Other than that, that's out of your control. And that, to me, also means you've got to take responsibility for detection. And ignorance is forgivable. Stupid isn't. Stupid is when you ignore the facts and the tools and the people and resources that are around you. Don't be one of those. That was me.